Hola, welcome to Keys Garden Cafe. I am with
Evan.
Evan,
Hello.
and Evan is playing, what is this called?
These are quartz crystal singing bowls, and they are tuned to like your chakras and things like that. So it's
So
all
they're,
7 notes.
okay, so it's all 7 notes. Look at Evan play. It's so wonderful. And tune into the music because it is so delightful and it just opens up the body and the mind to elevate you and make you feel the way we should feel, which is at peace with ourselves. So, you mind if I come out?
Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome to play from that side too.
Sure. I'm going to play with him. So here we go. Ooh, you can feel the vibration of the bowls. And what are these called again?
Crystal singing bowls. They have metal ones, and these are just the mallets that we're using to, play them just by the resonance. The friction causes vibration, makes the bowl resonate, and just send off basically one single frequency it produces.
Oh,
I have
wow.
a spectrometer out to measure.
So right now, me listening to this makes me feel really calm and centered. How does it make you feel, Evan?
Like energized, very like creative, inspired. It just, I don't know, I can feel it like at my core, in my heart, basically. Just, it feels very powerful. Every time I play these things, I make connections with people. It seems like really like kind of significant connections just randomly.
Wow.
It just seems, I've only had them like 24 hours actually. I had one single one beforehand, but I bring these out and people were just, they want to know more, they want to try them, and I'm all about that.
Wow.
It's very communal for me.
I am too. So it brings people together because it creates such a vibration and peace. And I can feel it and I can sense it. So this is really wonderful. And in fact, he said that this entire set was about $200. So if you wanted to actually buy this for yourself and your family, I think it would be a really good investment. I'm going to look into it myself.
That red line is you. If I do this one, I'm that red line to the side. See how we're side by side? If I do this really high pitched one, it's that one that forms to the other side.
Wow.
I love the science of it too.
Yeah, I do
Not
too.
just the spirituality.
The education of it. I love it too. And we were just talking earlier about how this affects, in a positive way, plants. Plants love this type of music because I believe God created this. And like Evan was just saying, he loves the science behind it. So if you were to get more into the science behind it and learn how these are natural tunes used from crystals that came from the earth, so it would make sense that animals and plants would gravitate to it. Just a minute ago, some ducks were walking up, and we don't have any food, so I believe, and Evan believes, that the ducks were walking up because they enjoyed the sound of this beautiful vibration. So this is so wonderful. I'm really enjoying this. I hope you are too.
I always have a blast doing this. It resonates, pun intended.
And you said that you are outside of your home and you play it?
I do it on my porch. I got my first one, and I've used it every single day since I got it. I couldn't put it down, and so I wanted to make like music with it, have the different tones and stuff.
So see, Evan, even if he is a little fearful of being out in the open and being himself, he doesn't let the fear stop him.
I went to a party last night, and I know these calm me down, and I was really anxious, but I kind of like made myself to go in the situation so I'd feel better, try to encourage myself. I pulled these out as soon as I got there, and I felt a lot better just by playing them. It calms me down, soothes me, and like 12 people kind of came over to the table, and it was a great conversation starter. It was really cool. People love them. I love them.
Wow. See, so it's something how something like this can bring people together in harmony and peace. That's just really wonderful. So I'm sure you tuning into my channel, you like that sort of thing. So, the vibration, it's just, and the sound of the birds in the background, so wonderful. Makes me want to feel like I'm flying.
I feel like this is what like the background music in heaven would feel like, something like this. You know what I mean?
He's so funny. So the vibration that you were just speaking of, on the graph, it was showing how the fluctuation of the vibration.
So this is a spectral analysis, like a spectrograph app. You can get them on any Android, iPhone. Basically, it's showing what frequencies are playing in the entire sound spectrum at any given time. And the darker, like the red ones and stuff like that, that's the more powerful sounds. And so it's kind of measuring what sounds are playing, what's making up the sound you're hearing, like frequency by frequency, and how powerful each of those frequencies are.
Now let me ask you, does the sound change depending on the atmosphere you're in? Like if you're outside, if you're inside?
Not really. When you're inside, all the sound waves are bouncing off the walls. And so, yes, it creates what I kind of describe as a sound field. And so in these sound waves, because it's one single frequency coming out of, one frequency coming out of one, when they bounce off, they collide with themselves, and they can like phase cancellation, cancel each other out, or they line up perfectly and they boost each other. And so you'll find these pockets in the room when this thing's going real loud, where the sound is like super amplified, and then you'll like tilt your head and like step over there, and you don't hear anything. You barely hear it, and it's just because the sound cancels out there and it doubles up there.
Wow.
It's really cool. I love that.
So
part.
did you learn all of what you just explained, like when you first bought everything, and then you just started looking up what you just explained, or was it just something that you knew prior?
A lifelong passion and curiosity for radio, science, sound, acoustics, all of it. I love the science behind it, so I have studied everything I can about it, basically. I also do a little bit of music. I make a little bit of music, like on a computer kind of thing. I'm still getting the hang of it.
I'm gonna try not to be scared of it. So.
So like, here's something I like to do when you can put your head down here, and you can like, I think the sound waves are coming like right
and I can feel it
as you sweep around. You're basically like throwing like loud volume, and so you can hear it as you walk in circles or something. Like the different.
Like, are you saying? Okay, let me be careful.
You can use the other one's a little like more beginner friendly, if you will.
Okay, this one right here.
The all silicone.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You're good though. I'm not. You're fine.
Okay.
They'll survive. Quartz is really strong.
Okay.
You know they use quartz in every radio transmitter and receiver.
Really?
Yeah, like Wi-Fi routers, your FM radio in a car. Quartz, it's the piezoelectric effect.
They do it handheld, like they don't use it, they don't like record it, and then.
Well, they're in the computer chips. That's it. And so quartz, when you run electricity through it, it vibrates at a very specific frequency, and they use that frequency timing to receive and transmit radio waves.
Oh wow! I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He might as well be speaking Greek right now. I mean, he's gonna have to rewind that for me to understand it. I mean, so if you guys caught what he said, you tell me in the comment section. So.
Hopefully I know what I'm talking about. I think I do.
He's so educated.
I'm trying to be modest too.
No, I appreciate education so much, in all different forms, because it really gives you a deeper understanding of what it is that you're doing and a greater appreciation.
I would say I'm a lifelong learner. Just enjoy learning things. Once you learn one thing, there's 3 more things.
One thing, I am just like you. I love learning. And a point in my life when I really, really started getting invested in reading, I found that the more that you learn, it's like it just keeps going and going. And there's a scripture in the Bible that literally says something to the effect of it could drive a person mad, because you just keep, and if you continue to gravitate towards it and just want more of it and keep,
there's
it's kind of
never
like
enough to
it's
satisfy.
never enough.
I can see that.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I can see where that would, you always. I mean, I get down my rabbit holes. I hyperfixate, and it's like I want to know more, but there's not much more to. I'm not going to understand anything more once they get down to the really, really nitty-gritty scientific, master stuff. I can't handle that. I like reading scientific journals and stuff and trying to decipher it. It's fun.
Like so.
Like the study of medicine, like when you take something, what's going on in the brain, how it's interacting with it.
So, Evan, he was just saying that his genre of science is more what is it that you said?
I like psychopharmacology.
Psychopharmacology.
In addition to radio stuff, electromagnetism.
And he said that he has bipolar, so he likes to understand how I guess different medicines affect the brain.
Yeah, and I'm also, always curious about like illegal drugs and stuff. And I used to work for the coroner's office, and so I was curious why certain bad batches were coming out, and they would hurt people more than other bad batches of stuff. And, what's going on in the brain and physically to make that happen. Also, I'm just fascinated by it. People travel to other worlds because they take things, and it's like, what's going on in the brain?
Yeah, and that's like with me. I am into herbs. So I have lavender, I have chamomile, and I literally act as a chemist in the kitchen, and I like to put different herbs together to see how much of an effect I can get from it.
Yeah.
And
I like that.
Yeah, and it's so cool because I've literally taken the lavender and the chamomile that I grow from my garden, and I steep it in a certain way to try to get the strongest effect from it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's very powerful, in fact, especially because I don't use any insecticides.
It's like an extract? Like you're making like a tincture almost? Or
Well, I would say, okay, so you know how they decarb different things?
I know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, I literally do that with my herbs though.
Okay.
So instead of doing drugs and taking pharmaceutical medicines, because I hate that kind of stuff, I like to do the herbs. So I'll literally take different ideas that they use for the drugs and things like that, the I call them bad drugs, but I use those same type of ways with the herbs. So the decarbing, I'll literally, of course, dry my herbs out, put them in like a mason jar, put them in the oven. I will make them in the mason jar for about like 275 heat, then take it out and then put it in like a coconut oil on the stove.
This is like the exact process to make edibles.
Exactly. And I do it instead with the herb.
I love that. I bet it tastes amazing. Whatever
Yes.
you're doing with it.
And then what I do is I'll take coconut milk and I take the coconut water, because coconut water to me is like an elixir for me.
It's electrolytes.
Yes, and I mix that in there with it, and then I take whole nutmeg and I put the whole nutmeg in there, and I buy the real vanilla bean, so it gives it a sweetness, and also it's high in antioxidants. So when you mix all that stuff together and then you drink it, you feel it, but it feels so good, and it's doing so much for your body in a healthy way. But at the same time, you're feeling like this when you drink it.
It's good for you. I like that. I'm trying to think, but I've never done anything like that with like making my own herbs and stuff. But I'm familiar with like the valerian root, like St. John's wort, stuff like that. And I've had a lot of good luck using alternative or natural herbal remedies. There's a lot of power in them that, there's just no money in them. And so the research isn't there.
You said the money?
Anxiety or anything like that. It just, gets overlooked for something that they can process and make. Yeah.
But do you think that it's possible you don't even have to rely on the pharmaceutical companies? You could just tell people and educate people on it, and you can become more of a scientist in that yourself?
I would say it's possible, but also, I take lithium for my bipolar, and I currently wouldn't be functional without it.
Oh, for real? So it really works for you?
Now, ironically enough, lithium is a heavy metal that comes from the earth. So, that's my medication. So, in a sense, it all comes full circle. It's a rather natural.
Now, when you say lithium, is it like a pill?
Mm-hmm. Lithium carbonate is the human ingestible version of lithium.
Oh, wow. You learn something new every day. So it's from the earth?
Yeah, they actually
how they process it, though, does that turn it into something else? Or
somewhat. I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on with it, but they definitely process it so it gets absorbed in the body a little better and differently. They actually have a supplement now. You can actually buy lithium supplements,
Mm-hmm.
lithium orally. I don't know. They treat bipolar like manic people with it, so I think it's interesting they put it in a supplement industry, but you can do that now.
Wow. So the lithium, so before, what was it like living for you without it, and how is it different now?
I was good for a while, but certain situations, certain stressors, circumstances can just lead to like trigger an episode. Be it mania at the worst, like borderline psychosis, or like completely delusional, disordered thinking kind of things. I've been inpatient several times, so. What was the question again?
Oh, I was asking, you were answering the question, like
I forgot.
what was life like before, and what's different, like
It
since.
varies. I've gone on and off my meds. Sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes it lands me in the hospital. I am like in the position where I want to take my meds because it helps me be functional and exist in society. But yeah, there are times where maybe I wonder if I could go without it one day or something.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of comes with side effects and stuff.
Yes. So what I've learned from being with Evan so far is I've learned about the beautiful crystal bowl sound baths, and I've also learned so much about him and the fact that he's overcome so much. And one of the steps that I appreciate that he has taken in his life is the sound baths, and how this can replace so many different things in your life that maybe you have had problems with, because it's very euphoric and it brings about peace. So this can be your elixir, this can be your drug, so to speak. So thank you. Yeah, and I can see that it's a good addiction. So yeah, it's like he said, it's an instrument. So God's creation. I mean, these are crystals. It's amazing. So thank you so much. He said bye.
I think it's my YouTube.
So Evan has a website for this. Okay, and he's going to tell you what his website is if you would like to tune into it.
So basically, it's just kind of got some links to like my socials, my threads, my Blue Sky, some of my music stuff. I have an Akai MPC at home. I do some finger drumming. I like to make music, and I like to be creative. The website is www.evan.dornbus.ch. So it's evan.dornbush with a .ch. It's my first and last name.
Yes. So if you want to tune into Evan, I'm sure I will, because I love learning, even though I don't know anything about coding. Trust me, I am a nerd, so I like learning and I don't shy away from learning. So turn into Evan at that website, and thank you. And so let's fade out by enjoying the ambience. As a nature lover, you gotta get out and about and walk. Look at the ducks. Look at the ducks. Look at the ducks. Look at the ducky ducky. Look at it. So beautiful. Ducks are something else because they just want to be fed. You hear the beautiful waterfall? It sounds so beautiful. I hope that you guys are able to get out and about and go here and there and look at this. I hope that you can see the water. So pretty, and it goes along with the sound bath that we were just listening to. The sound of water falling is music for the soul. So pretty. Mhm. So relaxing. This has been a blessing, and I have to end it with a wonderful freestyle poem. The sun is shining even where there is darkness. So let the springs of life that comes from the rays up high send you into its guiding light. Never allow the waves that are topsy-turvy to lift you so high that you don't come down to earth. Be everything that you want with smiles, joy, and glee in your heart. Expound upon it by giving it to those who accept it from the heart. And so as you walk, grow, and as you grow, sing, be thankful for the day and all that it brings. Until next time, peace.